Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Phil here from GA Focus Fish Keeping. Now, one of the most common questions that I get seen asked on Facebook, on the forums, etc, is how much water do I need to change and how often do I need to change it? So in this video I'm going to give you some of my advice so you can decide what's the best routine for you. Okay, now unfortunately there isn't one set rule. There isn't any bit of advice I can tell you today that says everybody does the same thing. It completely depends on what fish you keep, how big your aquariums are, what stocking levels are like within your aquariums, and also what is your day-to-day routine. What can you fit in to ensure that you keep up with a regular routine that is best for you and your fish. Now, it doesn't matter what filtration you are running, whether it be canister filters, whether it be some filters, it doesn't matter. We still need to be doing regular water changes. So really, what I want to begin with is, why do we do water changes in the first place? Why are they needed within the aquarium? So whether you have wild fish or captive bred fish, we still need to replicate their wild natural habitat as best as possible. And in the wild, the water is changing all the time. It is constantly changing. It is either a flowing river, it is either being evaporated, it is either rainfall, etc. It's constantly changing. And obviously, you know, we can't replicate that perfectly, but we can do our job to replicate it as best we can as good fish keepers. Not that I want to be patronising to anyone watching this video, but let me just go over the nitrate cycle very quickly again. Within the aquarium, obviously it's a body of water that isn't being changed, it's being circulated around and between filters and filter media and fish and the aquarium itself. So what happens when we've got waste within that aquarium, whether it be food waste, whether it be plant waste, whether it be fish waste, whatever it may be, that waste breaks down and gives off ammonia. It starts to pollute the water. Now, within our filtration systems we have beneficial bacteria, and a breed of that beneficial bacteria will break down the ammonia and break it down to make it safe for the fish within the aquarium. Following that, the byproduct of breaking down the ammonia is something called nitrite. Now, nitrite requires a different breed of beneficial bacteria, but that is also within our filtration systems, that is also within our aquariums, and that beneficial bacteria will break down the nitrites. And the byproduct of the nitrites is nitrates. Now, it is very difficult to get bacteria within the beneficial bacteria within the aquarium that will break down all three. And for fish to be kept alive and healthy and thriving, they need to really be, well, they need to, there's no really about it, they need to be kept within an aquarium that has 0 ppm ammonia, 0 ppm nitrites, and really we want to be keeping our nitrate levels at 40 ppm or lower. Of course, there's various different ways we can remove nitrates. One way is having live plants within the aquarium, and live plants will draw some of those nitrates out of the water. They'll thrive on them themselves and they will feed off the nitrates and minimise that within the water column. However, the best way, or the only other real way, and plants won't do it all, so even if you have live plants within the aquarium, you still need to do water changing. The only real way to lower those nitrates, to keep them below that 40 ppm and to keep them at a consistent, safe level for your fish, is water changes. For those people who are new to the hobby and you're looking for a starting point of how often to do water changes and how much water to change, then as a recommendation, as a starting point minimum, I'd be talking about 25 to 30% at least once a week, preferably twice. Now, you need to be using one of your test kits, whatever test kit it is, to monitor your ammonia, your nitrites and your nitrates, just to make sure that A, there's no ammonia within the aquarium, or nitrates within the aquarium. If that occurs, then obviously you need to do a water change as soon as possible, locate where the cause of them and try and eradicate it, but a water change will be necessary. But what we're really looking for is those nitrate levels. We're looking to see, are our nitrate levels safe and are they kept at a low level? I personally use the API Freshwater Master Test Kit. It's got the test kits that I need in there for pH, for ammonia, for nitrites and nitrates. They all need clean, healthy water, and that's where your water changes come in. If you leave a tank for long periods of time without any water changes whatsoever, then they're not going to have clean, healthy water. water to thrive in, to survive in, to grow as they should, and to potentially breed as they should, you're not going to get the rewards out of the fish that you deserve and you want and you're craving for. So we need to be keeping on top of these water changes. What fit into my routine and the fish that I keep is, for my smaller aquariums, the ones that are a little bit more manageable to do water change on a regular basis, I tend to do around about that 25 to 30% water change 2 to 3 times a week. I'm not changing very much water, it's easy to do, it's quick to do, and it means that the fish thrive. On my larger aquariums, obviously it takes longer to do those water changes, it takes a little bit more time, so I only do those once to twice a week, but I do them on a larger scale, so I do them 40 to 50% water changes on those. Now for me, obviously I keep freshwater stingrays. In an ideal world, they'll be getting their water changed several times a week. All fish, as I've said, require clean water, but some are a little bit more sensitive than others. But you have to weigh up everything for you and your fish. So your fish, your stocking levels, your aquarium size, your routine, what you can fit in, and also, as I've said, keep an eye on those levels, those parameters within the aquarium. You want them to be consistent, and as long as you're consistent with your water changes, whether it be once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, or more, whether it be 25%, 50%, as long as you're consistent and as long as it works and it keeps the parameters of your aquarium where you need them to be, then that is perfect. It will take a little bit of time, it will take a little bit of experimenting to get it right, and when you add new stock, take stock out, it could change, it could vary, but get in a routine and stick to what you know and stick to what you're comfortable with. If you're interested in me doing a video talking you through all my different tanks and showing you the different schedule for water changes that I have on those tanks and those aquariums, then please comment in the section below, give this video a like, and I'll make sure I do that video. Let me address a couple of myths, and hopefully that will become a little bit more clear or less of a concern or whatever it may be. And yes, I do try and replicate the temperature similarly, but I'm not somebody who obsesses over the temperature matching. For me, I prefer it to be a little bit cooler than a little bit too hot. I don't like putting hot water into the aquarium. I think that can have more negative ramifications than colder water within the aquarium. It's argued that any change in temperature when you're doing a water change can drastically harm the fish, especially some of those that are a bit more sensitive. Now, bear in mind, some of the fish that I keep, you can see behind me, the freshwater stingrays, etc, etc. Obviously, these are like my prized possessions in many respects. Yet I still don't dwell on it too much, because my belief is match it as best you can, make sure it's not too hot. But on these aquariums I'm doing 40 to 50%, so they can have effects on the water, but as you're adding more to the aquarium, it's mixing with the water that's currently in there, it's mixing with the temperature that's already in there, and so it will naturally kind of diffuse any swings in temperature. Now, if there are any swings in temperature, as long as they're not too drastic, those fish will be in the water as that temperature change is happening. And if you're using a python or you're using whatever method, that build up of water within the aquarium is refilling happens over a long period of time. So therefore, the fish have plenty of time to adjust. And if it's slightly cooler, it just replicates a rainfall in the wild. When a rainfall happens within the wild, the water will naturally be a little bit cooler, and a large water change of slightly cooler temperature could replicate that. The other thing that people say about large water changes is that you remove the good bacteria from the water. You're taking it all out. Now that, to me, is near enough a little bit nonsense. If you saw my media video, I banged on about surface area, surface area, surface area. There was not really much, if any, beneficial bacteria in the water column itself. Beneficial bacteria needs a surface area, so the walls of the aquarium, the media within the filtration system, the decor within the aquarium, the substrate within the aquarium, but not the water column itself. So by removing a lot of the water, you're not actually removing much healthy bacteria. As long as you dechlorinate your water when it goes back in, that beneficial bacteria won't die off, and it's only out of the water for a short space of time, because obviously it lowers down and it fills back up. So all in all, don't fear those large water changes. As I say, you do what is right for you, your routine, your fish. Okay guys, I think I've given you all my advice and tips to help you decide on what water change schedule is right for you and your fish. So if you've enjoyed this video or you found it useful in any way, please give it a like. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, including the ones where I go around and give you individual breakdown of individual tanks and the water change schedule for those. And then please subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. We've got a new Fight for Friday coming up this week as well. Give you loads of updates on the last couple of weeks, so make sure you tune into that, hit the bell notification button so you don't miss out. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care, see you again soon.